Hey, welcome back to the Stock Estate everyone, and today we're going to talk about the top stock to trade in this coming week, in my opinion of course. And the stock we're going to talk about today is BGFV, right? This stock is in the consumer discretionary space and in the small cap zone of $0.5 billion. In this video, I'll be giving my updated thesis on the last week's picks, as well as my thesis on BGFV, my stop loss, profit target, as well as signals to enter and not to enter. Okay, very important, because if you follow my signals to enter, you might as well follow my signals to avoid, right? Same as buying, you might as well follow some targets to sell. Okay, if you want to trade, you don't want to just buy and hold and have no clear profit taking area to take profits. Alright, so when we select stocks to trade, we have to be really picky, and also we have to actually trade along with not only the trend of the stock but also with the industry trend. BGFV is in the consumer discretionary sector and in the industry of the specialty retailers. Alright, you can see that it has quite a few companies, alright, and it has also employees up to 8,000 employees, and it is basically a company doing sporting goods, selling stuff. Okay, and I don't want to go deep into the details here because again, this is trading, alright, this is not long-term investing. So again, we want to look at some parts of fundamentals, but no need to forecast maybe 5 years out, because fundamentals may change in 5 years, but probably not in the next couple of days or couple of weeks. Now, moving on, looking at the consumer discretionary index, which it is in, okay, you can see that there is actually, okay, a huge dip recently back to the support of around $175. And now, okay, recently it has some kind of a confirmation and a bounce over there. And if it manages to continue this bounce and go to the further upside to 185 and above and continuing its strong trend upwards, I can see there's this channel over here, then BGFV have a very high chance of rallying again together with the entire sector. And now let's look at the small cap, which it is also in. Small caps, okay, small caps recently have been getting hammered, okay, hammered. Okay, if your portfolio is based on a lot of the smaller cap to mid cap companies, which a lot of retailers are currently in, okay, your portfolio would have been very different from the likes of stocks like big caps like Facebook and Apple, which have been going up. Our portfolio has been destroyed if you're holding more of these longer term plays on small caps. So small caps have been recently bam to the downside, down to the $1,300 area, and now has been a recent bullishness stepping in to push the prices back to 1320 level. Okay, so this is a very strong fundamental factor, and if it can continue this trend, okay, bouncing off this support level at the 1300 level back to the further upside, okay, BGFV could very well rally together to the upside. So again, consumer discretionary as well as the small cap space that it is in have a lot of room for the upside, and it's trading near a support zone. So if both rallies up, if BGFV's technicals tally up, that would mean a very good upside for BGFV. Alright, now we have looked at some of the sector analysis. Now let's look at a little bit more of fundamentals. Okay, fundamentals. Okay, I know a lot of people doesn't really like fundamentals, and fundamentals, honestly, you can actually do away with it in a sense in short-term trading, but okay, it'll be good, if you understand some of the fundamentals of the company, as long as you don't get too attached. So let's take a look at fundamental and whether this company is actually, an undervalued compared to its sector. And if it is undervalued, okay, that means there's actually a further upside for this company to go. Okay. Also, industry reports also forecasted, there's a lot of bullishness coming into the consumer discretionary space. People are spending more, people are not really scared, even though there's this new variant flying around in this pandemic. Okay, there's still a lot of people buying in on revenge spending, as seen over here.
Their own strategies are also contributing to the spending and say the strength is here to stay.
What? Hey, okay, I deserve to buy some stuff with my stock profits, okay, so don't stop me, don't stop me, okay, don't stop me. Okay, and while we're at it, alright, see the like button over there, see the subscribe button, don't hit that, alright, don't hit that, unless you really enjoyed the video, alright, so moving on. Alright, now you look at some ratios, right? Some fundamental ratios like price to earnings, price to sales, yada. Okay, you can see that compared to the industry it is in, right? Its price to earnings ratio trailing 12 months are much lower than the industry at 4.73 compared to the industry of 11.85, alright? Price to book also significantly lower, okay, which suggests that, this company is actually pretty cheap compared to its industry. Net profit margins are higher, 9% compared to 6%. Oh my god, okay, so again, you can see that this company is actually quite undervalued. price to sales ratio also extremely low at 0.42. However, alright, looking at its trailing PE and forward PE, you can see that its trailing PE is 4.62 compared to forward PE of 7.19. That means, okay, there's a lot of people who are forecasting, you know, that in the future, right, earnings are not going to be as well, alright, it's not going to be as strong as the current quarter, and hence, you know, that might mean that in the short term, there might be still some people quite bearish on this company, or at least analysts are a little bit more bearish on the outlook of this company. So that's just one little bad thing about this company itself. Alright, another thing, right, we want to see whether, you know, it is following some sector leaders. Okay, sector leaders can be like Target, can be like Macy's. Okay, you can look at here, Target, right, is on a strong uptrend. So again, if Target continues its strong uptrend, the entire consumer discretionary space will follow through, especially the small caps will follow the bigger cap companies which are leading the way. So if it manages to, you know, follow this trend, okay, I can see that BGFB will be a very, very rocky ride, okay, but you could even position trade this company if this sector is roaring upwards. Okay, and quick one, look at its fundamentals, alright, its growth, okay, look at this, no red flags, okay, revenue, everything is up, okay, quarterly revenue up 43%, everything is up, there's no negative numbers over there, good job, okay. It is good for trading. Okay, now let's get into the very juicy, okay, very juicy technicals, right? This is what we're all about, okay? That's what I've been talking about since day one, okay? And a lot of my old subscribers will definitely know about my way of trading these technicals. Okay, go and watch my old videos if you don't have those templates already. Okay, so firstly, looking at the BGFV long-term chart, you can see that, okay, it is in a current uptrend, okay? But recently, it has sold off quite a bit, finding a base of support near the $20.70 range. Okay, you can see there's 3 major touch points and recently a 4th touch point, forming a very, very strong, you know, a base at $20.70. And also, fortunately, there's no descending triangle over here. Okay, you can see that there is also quite a bit of bullishness stepping in to push the price up higher. Okay, you can see the wedge actually getting bigger. So that is a good sign for the longer term trend. Alright, now let's zoom in and take a look at the war zone, okay? And why do I call it a war zone? Okay, recently I've been watching some shows as well as, you know, reading quite a lot of books about, you know, modern warfare as well as olden warfare. And, you know, I read about some books and stuff. And, you know, I liken this to, you know, trading like a war zone, right? It's a war zone. It's a fight between the bulls and the bears, alright? And they have their different bases and we are trying to attack different bases. And you can see over here that the red houses, right, are the bases of the sellers, alright, the bears, the short sellers, and the greenhouse is the base of the bulls, alright. So this is a area where a lot of people will have reinforcements. They will come here and try to fight them, you know, and when the price comes down to near the green base, okay, people will actually try to, you know, fight them. Alright, and sellers will retreat because they felt, you know, the fortress is pretty hard to take down. They'll retreat a little bit. Alright, reinforcements will come at this area, which is us, the retail investors, okay, because although we hate to admit it, but the institutions are the ones that are moving the markets, okay? We are there just as reinforcements, okay? So again, the red bases are all the institutional bases that they are set up, all right? So they are here where they will actually set in and, you know, add to their positions and reinforce this base. So again, we want to trade always near an area of value, which is near our home base, okay? So if it tracks away too far away near the enemy base, we do not want to go there because if we buy near the enemy base, okay, they could easily destroy us as our bulls, right? Our institutional bulls actually retreats as well back to our base. We will get destroyed along with them, and our entire force is ka-ching, boom, done, gone away. So again, you can see that the red one, the first red base is around $24 range, and that's where I'll be taking profits. Alright, the second red base, which is the major big base, is actually at $28 if you look at the long-term trend in the previous chart. Okay, that is the second major base where there's a lot of people selling this stock itself. So again, the first profit-taking area I would suggest to scale out is to $24. Second area to exit your positions will be $28 and wait for a pullback to re-enter this company. Alright, area of value will be definitely around $20.70. Will be a very good area, you know, to add positions in if you want to swing trade. Now, let's take a look at the actual profit-taking area, the actual stop losses, as well as the risk-to-reward ratio. So, risk-to-reward ratio, right? Risk-to-reward ratio is something like this, right? So, right now, if you buy immediately at the open on Monday, right, okay, you would see that actually your risk-to-reward ratio is not very good. It's like 0.85. Your loss is actually much more than your profit-taking area, okay? You can see that this is the area I want to take profit. This is the area I want to, you know, stop myself out right below our base, all right? Because if the price really moves there, outside of our base, that means, our base probably has been compromised, right? A lot of the bulls have exited the fortress and moved back to the fortress, one fortress back. So this is somewhere, where we want to exit our trade. So you can see that this is not really a very good risk to reward favor trade. And how do we improve this risk to reward ratio? All right, we wait for the price to come back to us. Okay, so you can see that we want to look at the 4-hour time frame, all right? Just now was the 1-day time frame. Everything is on the 1-day time frame because I like to trade on a daily basis. My trades are usually hold 1 to 2 days in advance and maybe up to weeks. So you can see that in the 4-hour time frame, there's a huge gap up. Okay, we want to wait for it to retrace back a little bit, and also because you can see these specialty retailers, right, which is the special zone that this company is in. Okay, it is recently rallied up super high, super massively. So we want to walk and see a short little pullback before entering this company. You still here? You like the video? Alright, then smash the thumbs up button if you like the video and subscribe for more content as well as updates on our picks. And also, Interactive Brokers are giving out free stocks. Okay, in fact, $1,000 worth of free stocks. So again, if you open up an account with Interactive Brokers, alright, they will give you a chance to earn up to $1,000 if you deposit some money with them. And Interactive Brokers, I use it personally as well. I don't promote any company that I don't really use myself. Okay, it is a company that is really, really awesome. I like its UI, I like its trader workstation, as well as it has one of the lowest option cost per trade as well in the industry. And it recently removed its monthly inactivity fee, which is totally awesome. Right?
It was good. It was better than I expected.
And check out my newsletter for my weekly stocks watch list, as well as some of my articles about trading itself that I don't have time to make a video about. And again, thank you for watching the video. I shall see you again in the next video, everyone. Alright, stock stayed out.